Hi, I'm Jim Stevens from Softeon. In this week's Logistics Insights podcast, what do users think about distribution-centered technologies? An interesting new survey takes a look. We'll be back to discuss this important topic in just a few seconds.
This podcast is brought to you by Softeon, providing innovative solutions for warehouse management, warehouse execution, and distributed order management. Softeon, delivering supply chain success every time.
Softeon recently released a new report on the use of distribution-centered technologies, based on a detailed survey of 187 logistics managers from a wide variety of sectors and company size. The headline news: just 12.9% of companies are satisfied with their current levels of DC automation. The report also found a sizable 42.1% were unsatisfied with their current levels of DC automation, with another 45.9% just partly satisfied with current automation levels. So what's holding companies back from the adoption of additional automation? Not surprisingly, the upfront cost of automation topped the list of barriers, scoring an average of 5.8 on a rating scale where 1 was the lowest barrier and 7 was the highest. ROI concerns, with a score of 5.6, and lack of flexibility, with a score of 4.5, were the second and third ranked barriers, respectively. There were several other interesting findings and data points. For example, 37% of respondents said company executives view logistics excellence as being essential to overall company success. Maybe a bit higher than we would have guessed, but good news for logistics professionals. Interestingly, companies view their logistics process effectiveness much higher than their logistics technology effectiveness, with a combined 54% rating process effectiveness as either highly effective or effective versus 39% who felt the same way about their use of technology. Out of a list of 11 distribution technologies, traditional radio frequency systems scored the highest on perceived attractiveness over the next 3 years, followed by number 2, mobile robots, and surprisingly, RFID at number 3. We'll end this week's podcast here, but we'll be back next week with a look at some additional results, including what users think about warehouse management systems and new warehouse execution systems. The full report, filled with excellent graphics, is available at Softeon.com under the Resources tab and then White Papers. For Softeon, this is Jim Stevens. Thanks for listening.